Here we have the current stock market update for MicroCloud Hologram Incorporated, stock ticker HOLO. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts in the comments section below so that other traders can find this information more easily on the platform. So as we can see here, what we're looking at currently is the 1 hour price chart. So each candle on this time frame represents a 1 hour trading period. And if we drill in here a bit further, we can see that share prices are starting to sort of oscillate at somewhat lower levels. These are some fairly critical price levels that are being seen here currently because what we're seeing at the moment is sort of a failure at a key resistance point that was brought up in the prior in yesterday's video. So essentially what I'm looking at here is this resistance zone, which comes in at 28.8 cents. And the reason that I say this is so important is because, if we did see a share price movement in the upward direction that was strong enough to break through this resistance zone, essentially what could start to happen at that point would be, there would be a possibility here that share prices could fill this price gap to the top side, as we can see here. There was a fairly significant price gap that started during the October 2 trading session, October 2nd. And this price gap was fairly large. It really stretched from right around 34.1 cents all the way down to roughly 28.8 cents. So, there's a fairly significant 5-6 cent price move here that was completely gapped over by the market. And in many cases, what you'll see when that occurs is that the market will need to refill that price gap. So that's a positive because when that occurs to the downside, what that really means is that you can get some free momentum here to the top side, and possibly you see share prices move all the way back toward, above 34 cents per share. So that would be a good thing if it were to happen. You could see prices move something like this. However, the problem here is that we've started to encounter resistance right at that prior level, 28.8 cents. And that makes me think that there might be some fairly aggressive short sellers that might be targeting this stock at the moment. I think that people on the bearish side of the market might be sort of attacking this stock and sort of trying to, keep a brother down, if you catch my drift, keep share prices from extending higher, even though all anybody wants to do here is just to make a little bit of money with hologram stock. So, what's unfortunate is that, we have not yet been able to overcome this resistance level at 28.8 cents. And now what we have to start doing is focusing our attention on the downside for a possible movement lower. So currently what we're looking at here to the downside is a support zone that comes in right around 23.4 cents. So I'll just write that in here quickly. So essentially what we have here is a trading range that's about 5 cents wide. We can see this price movement here is sort of a support zone. And then if we were to see share prices bounce, we could start to see resistance coming in just below 29 cents. But, the real risk here is whether or not these attacking short sellers are so powerful that they're able to send share prices back below that 23.4 cent level. And then even break through that zone so that now we would have to focus our attention back on that 20.1 cent level. Now, I understand that most of the people that are on this platform are highly bullish on this stock. I would really like to take a poll of those people. I don't think anybody would respond, but what the poll that I would like to take would be just to ask these people, what exactly does this company do? Like, what do they make? What is the product? Because I would guarantee you they would have to look it up. They would have to try to do some research and figure that out because I don't think anybody knows what this business actually does. So, for the most part, people try to usually say, you shouldn't really invest in stocks that you don't understand. Well, that's even worse when you don't even know what the product is. I mean, it's sort of mind blowing to me that anybody would buy a stock and you don't even know what they make. And I think that that's what most people are doing here currently. So, the best case scenario at this point, I think, would be for share prices to bounce off of this 23.4 cent support zone. But if we move in here, we can see that the bouncing activity here is really minimal. We're really not seeing much going on here. And that does make me think that share prices will just continue to move lower. So finally, just to close out the video here, we will take a quick look at the indicator reading because this is what's going to tell us where the momentum is centered currently in the market for this highly important stock. Currently, what we're dealing with here is a momentum trend that is still focused in the downside direction. We can see some evidence of some upside price movement, but we can see this terrible short seller activity is still controlling things, and share prices could continue to trade under pressure as long as this momentum trend continues. What we would really need to see here is for share prices to bounce off of this trend line here, and then ultimately break through this momentum reading. Because then, if we saw that, then we could start to believe that this terrible downtrend momentum has finally completed itself, and is no longer likely to continue influencing share prices. So, this is really what needs to happen at the moment. There are some conflicting signals here. We can actually see that there is some positive movement here. So that's a good sign, right? But we do need to see a fair bit of upside here so that we can break through this longer term trend, because that is where most of the momentum is currently resting at the moment. It's not bullish, it's bearish. There's some bullish activity here, but it's very small in comparison to all of this negative short seller evil trading activity that we're seeing here on the top of that price chart area. So, just to close out here, just to finally sum up the video, what you really need to see here is a break above 28.8 cents. If you do see that, I think you might be able to fill this price gap and then reach back above 34 cents. But if that does not happen, and if this resistance level does hold, the downside target is 23.4. And then if we do break through there, you're really looking at 20 cents per share again. So at that point, you really have to wonder, what is going to bring prices higher at that point? Because if we do fall below 20, now you're in the teens, and you're less than 20 cents away from zero. So personally, that was my price target here for this stock. I do think that this thing, whatever this is going to $0 per share, and that would still ultimately be my share price projection for this highly important meme stock that we're looking at in MicroCloud Hologram, stock ticker HOLO. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership, and start trading stocks with the pros.